Hey folks, welcome back. Back on this sword again. If you watch the live stream, you know that we did the fuller down the center. It's a slight fuller. It's not very deep, and I don't want it deep because I want to be able to clean it up with the contact wheel. But that's going to give me a good enough guide down the center there, that contact wheel to rest in. We got it pretty good and straight. Got to do some work tweaking that tang after we get it ground, but that's no big deal. We can heat that up with a torch and get it straightened out. Then we'll file it and grind it down. But for now, I'm going to work on grinding the puller in with the contact wheel. So bear with me. I hate grinding. I don't know how many of you guys like it, but I'll let you see some of it. But it's working great. It's nice and centered. Let's flip it over and do the other side. Alright. Fuller's ground. That was a lot easier than I ever expected it to be. To get a straight fuller down the center. I mean, that thing is dead straight. It's perfect. It looks rough on the edges, but that'll get cleaned up whenever I grind these bevels in. I've already got them peened in, but once I grind them and smooth up these lines, it'll true this line up down through here. Okay, so now I'm going to profile the blade the rest of the way, get the point done, get it profiled like I want, and then we'll start working on the tang area down here. Alright, we got it profiled. Tip's nice and centered. I like it very much. I'm actually quite pleased with the way it's going. Now, put it in the vise. I'm going to try and cut down here. Get a nice square shoulder. See, I got my square line drawn across there. I'm just going to hog off some material with the angle grinder first. And then once we get close to what we want, we'll true it up with a file and some file stops, some file guides. Alright, now we're going to do some bevel work. So it's going to be a long process, I think. I'll let you see a little bit of it. Bevels roughed in there. I think they came out pretty good. Centered up with the point. Not bad at all, I think. Now we're going to file them, true them up. Got this 2x4 locked up in the vise. Blade on there. Make sure your point doesn't come out past the end of that. You don't want to stab yourself. Shoot clamp. Come down here. Clamp it at the tang. Lock it down. Now it won't go anywhere. Get you a flat mill file or a bastard file. Double cut. Double cut does not mean you can go forward and backwards. It is it's just the teeth are cut in two different angles, so it removes material twice as fast. You got a single cut, double cut, and then you have what they call a rasp cut. Double cut doesn't mean that the file is made to cut both directions. It just means that it removes material twice as fast. Okay, remember that. So we're going to start filing on this and try and true these blades up, get that line on the center fuller cleaned up on each side, get it ready for heat treat. Alright, let's take a look and see what it looks like. I can't complain with that for my first sword. You know, I'm still going to sand on the fuller too, so I can bring the fuller back as well. I'm going to do that by hand. I'm just winging this from what I've watched and what I've learned. I've never done this before. Okay, so let that be a testament to as well. I'm not going to say easy, but how possible is to make a sword. Okay, now that we've got the bevels filed, the lines trued up as good as we're going to get, we're going to go down this center fuller here, 150 grit sandpaper. Just use my thumb. I think it's going to work better than a piece of wood. Just use my thumb and sand right down it. Pair of scissors, cut you out a little square. Don't need a big square. Alright, I've got the fuller hand sanded down to 150 grit. Let me tell you, hours and hours of sanding on that fuller to get it just to that point. I think we're going to go 220 grit on it after the hardening and temper before we polish the fuller. The bevels I'm planning to take up to like a 6 or 800 grit. So now there's the rough grind. We're going to get this heat treat taken care of. Get this thing ready to temper. That way we can start working on our guard handle and all that. Planning to do the guard this evening on the live stream, or some of it, working on it. So be there for that, 8 p.m. Eastern time tonight on this channel. I know we've been working on the Damascus for the guard, but I got something else up my sleeve after doing some research. So make sure you're there for that. Let's go fire the forge up, normalize this bad boy a few times, and then we're gonna dunk it in some oil. How about that? Alright, got the forge lit, blade ready. We're going to do what's called painting the blade now. We've normalized this a few cycles, so and it's obviously quite a bit longer than my forge. So since our blade's longer than the forge, we put it in tang first. Since it's the thickest part, you want to heat from here back first. That way you're not overheating this thin tip point and these thin edges trying to bring it up to heat. So we'll put it in, we'll bring this up to a dull red first. Grab it with a pair of tongs, or pull it out, flip it around, grab it with a pair of tongs, and then we'll start sliding it in and out, painting it like that. And bring the rest of the blade up to an even cherry red. This is a 5160 spring steel, so it doesn't quench at as high a temperature as other stuff. Cherry red's a good quench for this. We're going to quench it in oil. Got some preheated oil over here. So while this is coming up to temperature, I'm going to talk to you about the oil. Alright, for our oil, just got an ammo can. It's deep enough for the blade that you're trying to quench. I've never had a quench tank this size because I've never done anything big like this. I'm not a swordsmith, I'm not a blade maker very much, so everything I do is done in water or small amounts of oil, small tools and stuff like that. So I had to go out and buy this can. You can get them at an Army surplus store. I paid $25 for this thing, and it's, I believe, 30 inches tall, if I'm not mistaken. Plenty deep enough for this sword. It took 6 gallons of oil to fill it up, so $30 plus 20. It cost me $55 for this quench tank to fill it up with brand new oil, and they seal great. That's what ammo cans are so awesome about. What's so awesome about them is they're made to be watertight because they've got to keep the ammunition dry. So they have awesome seals in them, and generally Army surplus stores won't buy them to resell if they don't seal. So pick you up an ammo can. They got different sizes, shapes, round ones, square ones, short boxes, tall, long tubes. Ammo cans are awesome. They're made of steel. They're going to hold up. Grab it with some tongs. Now, paint it. I'll do it up on its edge so the blade of the sword does not bend it. We're just sliding in and out. She's ready to quench. Set my quench tank in right here, and we're going to paint it in. And if there's a bow or anything, I can get the device real quick and straighten it out before it cools. So, bear with me, guys. Alright, let's go. Crack. I heard it crack. Son of a bitch. Oh yeah, we're straight. Put that in there and let that cool. I don't know if it cracked or not. I thought I heard it crack, but I don't see one. We'll find out once we start cleaning it up. Okay, got it in the vise. We're just going to take our little mini torch here. We're going to run up and down this fuller, tempering it. We want it softer here than we do at the tip, and we want it softer in the middle than we do at the edge. So we're going to go to kind of bluish here, down the center, hopefully darker blue here at the base before the handle, because you want it to be its softest here, from what I understand. So take this, we're going to heat this up, we'll work our way up and just watch our colors run. We're going to go for a bronze at the edge. I mean, going past bronze probably ain't a bad thing, as long as I don't go past blue on anything. Putting a wet rag there, cool that, stop the temper. Still good and hard there, see? We didn't go too far with it. Alright guys, there you have it. She's tempered. Colors ran up nicely. Bronze, dark bronze, the blue down here at the end, that way softness there. Stays pretty good and straight. Nothing I can't fix in the grind. All in all, that couldn't have went better for me, man. I'm really, really ecstatic about that. Because, man, that's the nerve-wracking part about making swords is the heat treat, quenching it, not warping bad or cracking or something like that. The temper process, you know, we got a nice temper in there. So, she's ready to clean up, okay? So, that's where we're going to end this video. Done with this part. On to the handle. We got to do the guard, the pommel, the bolster, the handle, all that. I changed my mind on what I was going to use for the handle. You'll see in the live stream tonight. That's what we're going to be working on is the guard and the pommel. So hopefully it's entertaining for you guys, because it's very entertaining for me, if that's what you want to call it. It's got some ups and its downs, you know, some great parts and some crappy parts. Like I said here, I hand sanded that fuller for hours and hours and hours. And now look at it, I gotta do it again. It breaks, man. But if you want a good looking sword, that's what it takes. You can do it with a machine if you've got the right wheels. I don't have the right wheels, so I have to take and do it by hand. And it's rewarding because it's teaching me patience. And it's making me understand the actual amount of work, effort, and skill that goes into making one of these, especially back before all these modern tools. So I'm gaining a newfound respect and love for these things just in my first one, okay? Because it's definitely a challenge. And for it to come out, I think this good on my first one is amazing. So I'm double thumbs up on that. Jeff, we're gonna end this video here. Be with us tonight. We're gonna do some forging on the guard. Our next video that we put out on the sword is probably going to be working on the guard, the bolster, the pommel, and the handle. You know, we'll just forge it tonight. You won't see me do any grinding or anything like that. The grinding and all the fit and finish and all the cleanup and tweaks and, you know, finish up total will be done in our next video. So be looking forward to that after the live stream later in the coming week. So we got the press build to keep going on. So in between videos, we're going to work on that. Busy around here, guys. It's always busy, but still going to take the time to put it all on video for you guys, because you guys can learn something from it. That's how I learned a lot. What I know is by other smiths taking the time to put it on video. So Again, thanks. I appreciate you, Patreon guys. You guys are awesome. All the money that comes from you guys really keeps us going, allows me to do long, extended projects like this. Check out my Etsy store as well. It's up and going. I'm getting more and more listings every day. I've put up a couple more just in the past day. So go over and check it out. Hammers are selling like crazy. As you all know, I decided not to stop making hammers. Instead, I decided to make a press. So hammers are still going. So get them while you got them. Other than that, thanks you guys, and we're going to catch you on the next one.